Mr. Stephen Okello, we are really honored to have you, sir, at Chilren'S Foundation. You made this your tight schedule. You said, you know, I have to go to Masindi. Ogo mkoto mno, mumutero mungare zamani mno. Tuina Haj Abe Bosa kurugo mkitongole kebenyegesa. Amne Mizano from the Ministry of Education and Sports. From JICA, Japanese Embassy. Please stand up for recognition. People need to know that people around abo barugire mpaka Japani. Mwebali mno kuija no Masindi kana Runyoro bajagenda barwegere. Tuina US mission from the American Embassy. Please stand up. Thank you so much for coming all the way from America. Barugira America. Bantu nyambatele mingaro. Abantu ba miria. Tuina the Peace Corps from American Embassy. Ndozoga bagada. And the team. Aha. Nabo kuruga mu America. Mwebale mno kuija. Tuina Chilren'S UK. These are the major donors. Chilren'S you aba. Continue standing. These people need to see you. Atabo nuba kuchiteka mwesente. Muongere ngaro zamani mno. Aba nuba man. We really appreciate. Thank you so much for the funding. Tusima buongerwa. Owamra kiure cyo murunyoro. Iwe kinduli murujungu tusima buongeru. We ask for more. Please continue adding more. We welcome you.
A good turn deserves another.
We have Red Earth team, the board chairperson, John Kwembara Yemera Bantu Okuroli. Aha, this man, at the same time, is a councillor from Hoima City. Webole mnukuija. Mukama kwerezo mgisa. Twina executive director Muhangi Robert Obagenziringo. Robert Muhangi, executive director of Red Earth. Twina volunteers Chilren'S from Japan and America. The volunteers abo kuruga Japan na America twinabo hanu Masindi kyalero kin. Then Chilren'S tell Masindi onka twinao Chilren'S Gulu branch. Where are you? Chilren'S Gulu branch mbabo. Aha. Chilren'S tell Masindi onka na Gulu naho eriyo. We have the chairperson board Chilren'S on in Honorable Mudenya Robert. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you so much for coming. Honorable Karungi Silvia Yemera Bantu Bakuroli. Ogo kyalero kino aizira mchiko kya chairperson LC5. Mwana waitwan Mayor Atenyi Businge Ronald Kyomuhendo webale mno kuija Kanaginagi Merizedeki Atenyi Rutindo endeberwamu Yemera Bantu berolerem bayindukire berolerem webale mno kuija Chairman Central Division aba NRM Yemera Abantu Bakurole Ndozoroka Goodman B. Farouk Chairperson Social Services Masindi School of Government Obalinga Goodman B. Farouk tugamba political mezaya webale mno kuija abantu banu kutangira nibo kuija kubaza otatangira bayiraba otandikiro arubazo rwawe atwina board member Chilren'S omunyoro baguma Ronald webale mno kuija webale kuhereza yanga omusanga 40 America hona tuinaho abanyamakuru programs zinu zona ziri live tuina Radio Kings ndozerogo mseja aba radio bona lekama bazo basabutenda kuijana kubarora tuina Radio Kings tuina New Vision wanaira bati wanaira yemera abantu bakurole ya wanaira abantu benda barora tuina NTV guchwaki wanaira tuinao Elkem, tuinao UBC, bona tuinabo, tuina Radio 7, tuina Kazi Njema News, bona baizire tuinabo. Kan Bishop akuruzirege ireyo, ubale mno kuije The Haze International. Omukaikuru, munyikirize ntangiro omukaikuru. Omukaikuru Joyce Nyanjura. Yemera hona halodi. Olinka omukaikuru Joyce Nyanjura. Omukaikuru ogwo mukumurora. Omukaikuru ogwo niwe mama Kiria omugayige okichweka kintu Kiria emera abantu bakuroli ogwo niwe mama niwakuzara executive director wa Chilren'S we bale kuzara kubotambuza ibintu byankubayiro mumuterero mu ngaro mukaikuru ndosoka ondre Baziz katukulingo councilor Masindi municipal council hamuna abandi inywena tubatangirire gama mutayiwa ko munjara kutangirire webale muno kwijja chairman LC1 edakika emu yonka otangira abantu mukireka kino abandi bona batangirire then nubo entertainment group.
As part of economic community empowerment, we have also Shines groups. Kasomoro Pakanyi.
Chairman LC1 nkulinzire urundo ratakali tali haihi bano kusagenda gamais muli ready? Okay tube mubwire butoito kama bamugisi. Team ya simwe MDD omusita rukwera banzu jana abantu bakurole ono chairman LC3 abwa paka in sub county asimwe MDD omusita arukwera.
Volume ya receiver. Receiver hansi.
Hello?
Mbojo mwebalo kwija Musesa maraka baure Ewe marisha maraiwe Mwikirize ntangire Kimanyire nto mwire bugezere Alelo Onyenya basi mwena nkura Ewe muhugule wewe tamayena Munyongera mgoma Mumpa yomgaro Katwaija kugenda mwebale wewe barungi katwaija kugenda etogoro taliye babarungi wewe nina Katwaija kugenda Dija owebale Nomukijirwendo Wikirize bagambire batangire Inwenda barungi nyamwebalo kuija Mwebale Patondi kulebere inyo namwe balo kuija rutindo naiwe kulebere ojo rutindo kawe balo kuija aladisi naiwe kulebere inyo namwe balo kuija teya Patondi kikuria kawe balo kuija asimbo mukenga kawe balo wewe mwabuye wewe katugore talibo ayorobero mwana barunge samba musaija wewe bukaire ko butakeire bukaire ojo bukaire ko butakeire wewe barunge wewe na bana tubirwe
Thank you so much, Asimwe MDD group. We are very sure you had a lot in the package, but
abaire muna tatarayan webale muno mbatere mu ngalo zamani muno bati munjigirize ntangire the deputy RDC Masindi Sanondala baina lima muikalize our deputy RDC please yemera abantu bakurole stand up for recognition. That is our deputy resident justice commissioner Masindi. Most welcome, sir. Chairman LC1 ukiwaki na kusana butene chairman LC1. Meni saba chairman LC3. Ojo tereki ya 1, otereki ya 2, otereki ya 3, bono batangiro murundi gumu. Chairman LC3 webale mno kuija. Omudakika nzezo oramuki abantu. Baiziro mchiyaki. Murole kwa ali smart.
And therefore, we shall welcome
another entertainment group. Oja kweta abantu kuruga gulu. They come and entertain us after the show.
Thank you very much, the MCs, my Lord Bishop, and entire clergy, the chief guest, who is the executive director, NGO National Berry, the leaders present, consider RDC, the representative of the LOC5, His Worship the Mayor, the other leaders here present, the executive director, Omunyoro Kiria Dennis, abasomesa, abegi, abana hamuna bazaire. I'm also pleased to be here on this very great function. My name is Tegeka Milton Wilfred, the chairperson, Chiguria Division. One of the MCs was like, this is Chiguria Division. For your information. Yeah, I want to take this opportunity, one, to thank God who has made this new day, as my Lord Bishop has already said it. This is one of the most colorful days we have in this Masindi, in this division, because we are here launching a very, very important institution in this area. Members who are here present on this function, allow me to thank very much the director, the staff, and the entire management of this institution here. Because this institution has been here for a few years ago, but we see it developing very, very fast. So I thank very much the director and the entire staff for this very wonderful work which has been done here. Also, I want to thank the donors, Mr. Brad and Caro. I've seen them around here. I've interfaced with them. Thank you very much for whatever you have done for this community, for our entire district, for our division, in providing this institution. For us in Africa, once you fight ignorance, it means that everything is okay. So we thank you very much for whatever you have done to make sure you stand with us to develop Africa, especially in fighting ignorance. And I also want to thank the management for having put the monies, whatever resources have been provided from abroad to make sure that this institution stands. Because I've seen some people in this country, when they are entrusted with funds for a certain project, they misuse the funds. But for us here, we are very, very grateful to the management of these institutions as a whole to make sure that see that they have put all the money on the correct use. When you move around and even outside around the school, you see that there's an impact in this place as far as the donations which have been received. Ngonza okusaba abazaire n'abantu abanyakuli hano. Institution eizire itwe aba Masindi, eizire ite abanya Uganda, ite abanya Chiguria. Because what I know, Rado and Karo do not reside here. They don't have their children here. But they have put in whatever is possible to make sure that this institution is in this place, so that our children in this area may improve in their level of education. As government of Uganda provided for decentralization, bringing service nearer to the people, I believe that now the children around here, they are able to get the service as near as possible. So we say Shines, bravo, and thank you very much for extending this service nearer to our community, and they are able now to receive quality education. As government of Uganda, and also as government of Chiguria, for us we are very, very, very committed to work with you people, to support you in whatever we can. Like last time, director and the management were seeking some letters of recommendation that the school may be licensed. We said, oh, that is the school which is well known to us and serving our children, and we're like, can we have it licensed and registered so that our children may receive quality education without any interference. So as government, I want to commit myself as the sitting mayor that we are ready to support the institution, come shine, come rain, so that our children may receive the quality education we expect from this school. Last time it was like this one is one of the schools we're going to be international. So we thank you very much for this institution. When RDC, you are here, I'm very grateful. And the mayor, for us as Chigulia, we're very, very, very happy for this institution which is in this place. I know we have got some private schools in this institution, in this division, and some other government schools. But now when we try to compare the working of the staff in these other schools with Shines, we see that Shines is providing some good, more quality education. So we are very, very proud, and as an institution, as a division, we say they keep it up. We are looking forward to see how they can easily perform at primary 7, which is not very far from now. Therefore, as a leader, I want to stop here, but to say that we shall continue working with you, and some of us have already got our people here. Abandi bagamba tusomesa abaana harairo kubaita abaana baitu kusomera nka han baroho kantu monitor gekyo kigenda nka omaiso. So mu bigambo byange ebyo, I know RDC you are here and the mayor, the only outcry of this institution is that they don't have power. They have got here a whole fully equipped laboratory, or rather computer room, but they don't have power. You see that power, high power, it's just high power voltage. Bypassing the village, there's no way, there's no any transformer to step down the power so that people can get power. So I want to call upon the RDC here. Your worship mayor, you are here. The challenge with this school, we need power, and there is no power here, but we can see the power line just transversing, and they are supposed to receive the power. And according to the NRM manifesto and the government manifesto, is that all areas of the country must be lit. So we need the power to enable the institution continue and provide services as recommended. I say all this for God and my country.
Thank you so much. The LC3 chairperson, Kigulia Division.
Chairman LC3 webale mno, leka abaana teacher abaana batandikiro. Barizo mzinda.
You are most welcome, our visitors. My name is Ahewari. This is nursery on stage. Thank you. I have 5 senses. Senses. I for see, ear for hear. you for listening.
Abana mulinde ohereza ebisembo. Okuhereza ebisembo, please come back for your gifts. They have gifts for you. Muteera abaana bano mu ngalo bantenyi. Mwebale muno. Mubahereza ebisembo byabo, Meya, Omulodi, Atenyi, Businge, Ronald, Meya Masindi Municipal Council, ija bayiraba oramukie abantu bao. Kandi nsaba the team from Gulu, you prepare immediately after our mayor. Can I give you the mic?
Thank you very much, the Master of Ceremonies, my Lord Bishop, our visitors from Japan, from America, from everywhere, the Executive Director of Chilren'S, our parents, the RDC Masindi, the representative of the LOC5, our honorable councillors from Masindi Municipality, our children. My name is Kyomuhendo of Businge Ronald, and by the grace of the Lord, I'm the mayor of Masindi Municipality. And I'm going to perform one very big function here, because what is happening at this school today is not normal business. And my concentration is going to be on the side of the parents and the people of Masindi. Itagire itaba Masindi, itaba Amiria, nebikala byone bihere iroho. Tukoleho akabonero kukusima abakuru banu, abatatumanyire muno, abatayina bana babo hanu, abatali bana babo hanu, abasazire mu kuteeka mu sente kula twatunga isomero eringa ina hano. Kandi beni saba wete executive director kusaba ojja hano wesomere. Aba inviting maiso hano niko tunatwemere tuboleka kororao kokoraki kokusima.
Our funders, please, you're welcome. Please come and be with us here. Chilren'S UK. Please come. Meya bigabo jya biteka mu rujungu babihure bamanye ngo abwaki tubesere. Kali.
Orunyoro tibarumanye.
Bararwega.
Okay. The reason why we are inviting you in front here is that what you are doing to fund such a school in Uganda, where you do not have your own relatives here, and where you may not have your relatives studying from here or benefiting from this institution, is not something you cannot take for granted. You understand, members? What you are doing is very exceptional. So our role as the beneficiaries of this school, we want to do something small to appreciate you. So nkuja kusaba abazaire nyuwe na watu wa Masindi mwemere. Nyuwe na lokali kusaba yemere. I've requested them to stand up, including my Lord Bishop, so that we do a gesture of appreciation to you and to pray to God. I'm happy with my Lord Bishop is already here. He has already prayed for you, and he will continue praying for you so that you live longer in this world. So kusaba abantu batujja kubala mirundi esatu batere mu ngalo za maana lokali womuzira tera owengalo tera nabana mwemeri tinuko kandi emikono ne bagambe blessings buli muntu abikemo omukono gwawo gubolekeza musajja n'omukazi ono. So nja kubaza 1 2 the band bire de bambi tugenda kusima abakuru banu yotere engoma yangu ekakusoboka otere bizina bene biraka ekasala akabane etere toko tinuko mwemera mabandi
ekikutere toko
buli muntu wena lokalitera we bidongo tera buli kintu kyona as a sign of appreciation to our funders. So nkuja kubana emu ibiri tukole ki yakasa tutandiki. So we are going to count 3, and then when I mention 1, you will hear the appreciation from the community of everybody here for what you have done for us. So nkujja kuba ntandikiro emu otere engalo z'amaani. Emu, ibiri, isatu. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We shall forever be grateful to you. I'm the mayor of Masindi municipality, this municipality where this school is sitting. And in Uganda, such guest stars are not very many. So you have seen my Lord. My Lord Bishop, I want to thank you most sincerely and the team for having come to grace this occasion. You are now part of our family. You are part of the family of Ugandans. We are really very happy. Unfortunately, we may not reach where you live, but if it were possible, we would have bought the buses here to go there and appreciate even from your home. But I'm told the buses can't reach that side. Otherwise, thank you very much. The executive director, thank you very much for putting the money given to us in good use. This institution, you can see the children, how they are learning. You are making a lot of change to the population of Uganda. And you are making a lot of strides to see that the population of Uganda can benefit from such an institution. And tomorrow, whether you are alive or no, we shall live to remember, and even God in heaven will live to appreciate you. Because you would have decided to invest your money elsewhere or in other things. But to mind about our children here is not something you cannot take for granted. So thank you very much. I don't know you are here for up to when, but you need to live here longer, at least. You live at least for some time, so that we continue to see you around and we continue to pray you. There is nothing much we can give you as in our small capacity here, but we shall always pray for you, because God is everywhere, even where you stay. So that God keeps you and gives you more to continue supporting his people, because the people, the children are supporting you are the children of God. We are doing what God is asking us, all of us, to do. Very many of us may have a capacity, but to think about this may not be very possible. So I would request you to go back and sit. The bishop will always pray for you. We shall always pray for you. So abazaire esomero limaze kuyita hano omulimo gwayitugulirwa okuleeta abaana bakajja bakakora ki garuka mumporampora bakakora ki tulina ekizibu alimu abazaire abatalina obujunaanizibwa abaana bakutunda ebikyoli mu tawuni abagenzi baabo bagenze kusoma tinikwo omwana alugira isomero agiwahire n'omuha ebintu byawe kana tulina ekizibu kya kisabaawo honorable Kaisarinka akusaba ojja hano na honorable Aziz kisabaawo abaana boona mu tawuni ate bika tutandikiye kwebaganizamu kyamugweri bakutunda ebinyobwa kisabaawo bakutunda ennyanya n'obutungulu n'ebindi. So tikirikola ky'obujunaanizibwa nkusaba abazaire tuwala obujunaanizibwa ku ensuring nti abaana boona bagenzera enkaha bagenzera isomero kyali mbesengerezi abazaire okusanga akasente kokugenda kunywamu akantu okukalora kyonka kugula ekitabo nikakora ki kandi abasajja bakira obwingi obujunaanizibwa tubalekeere bamaama baitu abo. So nkusaba itwena tuwala obujunaanizibwa ku ensuring nti abaana bagenzera enkaha abaana batasomere obwomezi bugenda kuba buzibu muno. Nkubasaba n'embabazi nubwala mulirawana waawe twala obujunaanizibwa kumugambira nti ekyokola tikikozere ki tikiikire. Abazaire baita babaira bire byenyuma biri omwana yabagawa buli muntu weena baitu ati abazaire tune mitima muntu bakubaza mwana waawe n'otegana otabuka ni wamunzalire ni wakozereki kandi kuno kyala akora ki akukonyera. So nyina bakansala bange hano kusaba baramuke mu dakika emwemu na area kansala ro hano niko mbire bigambo byange.
Thank you very much, His Worship the Mayor. The guests who have made this day a very colorful day, and we pray that you continue with this spirit. The Lord Bishop of Masindi Kitara Diocese, I welcome you so much, and the team, the reverends, my OB reverend, you're most welcome. My parents, and the residents of Masindi municipality, the deputy RDC, and others of mine in political wing, I thank you very much for having come. abazaire inywena mbatangirire baitu kandi ngenda muno kusiima abakyara abazaire abakyara buli nambali nkagenda mikoro ninywe muli empanga abokuba ninywe murespondinga so nkwenda kubasiima muno kurangu mwijage kandi buli muranga we muraguraga nkurakurana nsoge kwijja baitu nabakia amini n'abanyoro abo musobolege batusikirayo basobe kwijja mu nkurakurana nkazini
Honorable Bwire Mutwasire
tinyine bingi
bayiraba
webale muno kutangira abantu bona bayizire chairperson wa district abakansalazi baitu bona ba district na ba municipality deputy RDC abazaire baitu bona bayisomerera Shines waitu bishop webale muno kwijja amabara banyeta case Jedon inyo abakansala kuruga mu ward nigenda Masindi municipal kandi ni ba vice chairman kusaba munganyire ninyo abaire suppose kubaza baitu bayire ne program nyingi mwebale
gambira abantu kintu kino kya UPDF abubwire
Uganda People's Defense Force
egenda kureta bwangu
egenda kutera tear gas kya mukaga so bagamba abantu bamiria mutatina bajja kuba ne batera tear gas
amen
ati kola target eruguru mwebale muno
ati ni malira ekigambo kya masanyalazi gakura bayiguru aho kandi ga voltage nkoto muno so tukore kiso ekikusoboka kiona kurona ati ga stepped down niko abantu bansi bantu basobola ku benefitinga omasanyalazi ago nebigambo bitayite ebyo mukama bampero mugisa kandi abagenyi baitu abatulindire
babale muno Lord Mayor Masindi Municipal Council kyo muhendo usinge ronda atenyi hano nyina message kuruga umeme nti yesterday they did the surveying. Our funders, they did the surveying of 20 poles and one of the electric pole will be in this school. Mubaterera ba umeme mungaru bagenda kuleta hana masanyalazi ahereza batawo muzindaro.
This is Waribching Women's Group,
Okay.
Gulu, with a song and a dance.
DJ abantu bano balinzireyo. You have a word or two?
I'm
Omujapani munozere. Omujapani. Munyikirize DJ Ega twangiraho DJ Pora mubatero mungalo za mani mno.
Yes.
Mwebale mno. Thank you so much. We shall come back because of time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is a team from all the way from Gulu. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Omujapani abaina guruka. Kasatambulire bimbalize. Chairman LC5 Rune Gamwa menisabo ije oramiche abantu abwakaire. Meanwhile, a team from the school, you prepare immediately after the chairperson LC5. You have something to present to us. Then after that, we shall go to the official speeches from the organization. Chairperson, over the
Thank you, Mr. MC, my Lord Bishop, and the entire clergy, our visitors from UK, Japan, American Embassy, our own the Executive Director, Mr. Dennis Kiria and team, you are most welcome. My name is Karung Sylvia, Secretary of Social Services, Masindi Government. My chairman is not here. He would like to be with us today, but we have something went wrong. Our driver have lost a daughter, so they are there preparing. I want to thank our executive director. Our donors are here, but they've been sending a lot of money to many people. But why am I thanking the executive director? You have put the resources where it was supposed to go. Thank you so much. We do appreciate as a district. I've been working with Chilren'S, more especially the program officer who, Mr. Bosco Onek. I want to thank him so much. He's a grateful man, very active. Have been encouraging us. We have a function actually. I received the invitation. It was around May. I was like, these people, it is very serious. But I kept talking to him that please keep reminding us up to. Yesterday, we signed a memorandum of understanding as a district, and as you are aware, I sit on that committee, the monitoring NGO committee. I want to thank Chilren'S because in our meetings as NGO monitoring committee, we've been asking many NGOs, what are you doing? We are signing your memos, but what are you doing in the field? But once again, I want to thank Chilren'S for giving us accountability. Thank you so much. You have acknowledged whatever you've been doing with us, and we want to say that we shall continue working with you as a district. We shall continue supporting you in whatever you will be lacking in your way. So, as we are talking today, Chilren'S, you made it, and we want to encourage all the NGOs around the district, please, can you give us accountability like this one? Our donors, we want to thank you once again for considering Masindi through our executive director, our own son here, Mr. Kiria. Because as government, we couldn't manage to put such a structure like this one. So we are so grateful. We are so grateful. My team is here, Mr. Radis and colleagues. You can bear witness me that as a district, actually we don't have this budget. You can see our classroom blocks we are putting around our schools. It is not like this one. But this one is very, very, very good. We do appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to thank all the people who have supported this noble cause. Thank you so much. I want to thank my local community. Mwebale munabazaire habwokwikiriza ene nkurakurana kuja mu kishoka kyaitu. Mwebale muno. Kandi ngonza kusaba abazaire n'abataka bekishoka kinumirya na handa ahereire ngo enu project tukitwale nk'ekintu ekikuru. Nk'ekintu ky'obujunanizibwa. Sometimes we do sabotage many programs as community. Batueleza tanka eisomero niligamba ngu na community muje benefitinge ite tujja kuzidubura kuzitera mebihuru. Tutaisa maize gona nigagenda. So tukusaba supportinge kintu kinu ekitabaire kyangu kuba naito ntukiyekora nk'abantu baitu twatunga abagira kisaba tukwatisaho. So I want to thank you once again, and I want to say that God bless you for whatever you are doing. God bless you as you go back. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you.
Thank you so much, our chairperson, LC5, Honorable Karungi Sylvia, and Minister Social Services. We appreciate. Shines, Mungambege Mulirede Bairab. Muije has sent away. Okay.
It's a simple church praise song. Dr. Visa. Lwacho tya muchachi. Nebora baba imba muchachi. Bali babi bali bayaye. Neba tunaza kemi. Ngambira koni aje muchachi. Yes sir. Abalogo muje muchachi. Kabanda za kemi. Yesu yobasatira
wanaza kebibi wangula no musayigo sitani yaswaziwa wanaza kebibi wanaza 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 wanaza
abajja mwembuto nsonga mbere nebola bayimba muchachi balinga gwe Yesu yabanaza nebola banyimba nebola bantenda nebola banyimba Yesu yanaza naza zimuje nazo naba uliniyosha zambi zangu
wanaza 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 wanaza
DJ low. Bye bye. Mwana lemeireyo.
We are the pupils of lower primary section. We are going to recite a poem about blessed people, and we give you news. Thank you for listening.
Let us start.
This is News Hour. I am Waswa Jafar reading the news. First are the headlines. Thanks are awarded to the director. Pupils have got bursary and sponsors. Children's open officially. Appreciation goes from the founder. Good teaching staff. Serving group. LS. Thanks are awarded to the director. Let us hear Precious reporting from western part of Chilren'S.
And by names of Nansasra Precious. Thanks are awarded to the Executive Director Dennis Ate for supporting and encouraging girl child education in our district through the promotion of sponsorship and bursary in our district, Masindi. Thanks.
Pupils have got bursary and sponsors. Let us hear Macklin reporting from southern part of Chilren'S.
Pupils have got bursaries and sponsorship, are happy, enjoying and praising God for the good thing He has done for them. Thanks.
Chilren'S open official. Let us hear Samasa reporting from northern part of Chilren'S.
Thousands of people were seen walking and heading to the school. Chilren'S very early in the morning, dressed smartly. Others were seen singing with lots of laughter. Songs.
Appreciation goes from the founder. Let us hear Fortunate reporting from UK Chilren'S.
My name is Twice Fortunate. We thank the founders and pioneers of this school. We are enjoying through your sweat and struggle. May the Lord God reward and bless you abundantly. Thanks.
Good teaching staff. Let us hear Shirat reporting.
Shan Children Foundation School has got hardworking and cooperative staff making a better future for our learners. Thanks.
Serving group. Let us hear Shakira reporting from central part of Chilren'S.
My name is Nareso Shakira. We appreciate our dear director Dennis Kilia for empowering, saving and learning groups among people in Kigulia Division. May the Almighty God grant you 1,000 years of life. Amen.
Ellis.
My name is Nambi Rosemary. Health Chilren'S as an organization has also joined in the fight against malaria as the health said to the globe through the giving out of treated mosquito nets. Thanks.
Thanks are awarded to the director. Pupils have got bursary and sponsors. Chilren'S open officially. Appreciation goes from the founder. Good teaching staff. Serving group. Ellis. Thank you for listening.
Mubatere mungara bana bana. Mwebale mno. Bako munjara bakirukya nyenkia. Ale. Mutere dance mugarukayi.
It's a simple church praise song.
Thank you.
Dr. Visa.
Obuyire bwe twasire reka tugende
Chotya mu church. Mebola baba imba mu church.
Basoboro Bakandi Shines Group. They have their products, liquid soap and other detergents over the other table. You can always reach out for the product and you secure one for yourself to empower the group economically. Thank you so much, Chilren'S.
DJ leka twangirawo munyikirize ntangire Member of Parliament Buruli County Honorable Aled Ronald Agizwe Kasojo Kato atwokemera abantu bakulodi ogo MP Member of Parliament Buruli County kandi oluzoga na Honorable Robert and Sons omugaigo ikoliringo Honorable Robert and Sons webale mnokuija Honorable Simon webale mnokuija na Honorables arabanda bayizira bandarozere. Okay, tujja kwa batangira mpora. Executive Director Shine Student Foundation Dennis Kiria bayirambe ni sabo ije obyo kutugambira. Ogo nuwo mugayiga okuchwega kinu ne size mugirora akunyira nkayisomero nkuli kunyirira. Webale muno kuija.
Meni saba tuanze tuzine akazina kwa kutendeleza. If that is okay. Yes. Our bandi over choir. Let's first praise God for this day.
Twekulembere abantu beja kuhondera.
Oh. Gwendigwa Yesu
Omusayi
Unazi
Winamanyi twebaza Yesu mulokos twebaza Tweya nunula nange eyampo Nyawa chisa chinji Yesa Jagala sanyusiza era bulijo Yesa yebazibwe Yesu tendereza
Ataki feeling ngati ngumanya tosemereirwe Wendigwa Yesu
Musayi
gunazi
Winamanyi twebaza
Yesu mulokozi. Webale muno muntu wa Ruhanga kasana kabe kandi kubi mukama bampero mugisa anondingo naizire mukama kumpero mugisa. Amina. Now, allow me to start. I thought I should start by praising God because I'm a Christian. Sometimes I ask myself who I am to be making people of this caliber to come and witness the initiative that I started 10 years back. It's by grace of God, and I'm so much honored, and you are most welcome, all of you. Allow me to start by inviting all the board of directors here. If you know you're a board member of Chilren'S Children's Foundation, please come on. This is a team, this is not Dennis. Chilren'S UK staff, teachers. Yes. Chilren'S Children's Foundation has grown a long way with a humble start. This was not something we thought we would achieve, but it is because of the great team. As under governance, I'm not supposed to speak before my chairperson speaks. I would request he gives an opening remark, then I can communicate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Executive Director. Our chief guests and the guest of honor, the local government representative from Masindi district, all our visitors in your different distinguished capacities. You have all been mentioned here. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go in those details. Okay. Can I just request the volunteers, please, Shines, just step forward. We just want to break this into, to make it a bit quick, so kindly step forward. Thank you very much. My name's Robert Mdenya. I'm chairperson, board of directors, Uganda chapter. I had already tried to go through protocol, and I'm not going to repeat that, but I think my executive director has caught me off guard. I was supposed to speak after him, but instead he said, let me speak, but that is okay. I'm not going to say a lot, but I just want to appreciate. First of all, want to appreciate your presence here, my Lord Bishop, Bishop Kasangaki. In your presence, sir, my Lord, we feel energized, but also blessed that the works on our hands is within the confines of God's grace. I want to appreciate the different dignitaries. Amidst us, our guest of honor, Mr. Okello William, the NGO, Stephen, sorry about that, Mr. Okello, Stephen, for endeavoring to come here. It's my first time. I've been hearing about you. Kiri has been telling me that there's a gentleman in Kampala somewhere there who is very difficult to get. Today, I'm very privileged to have you around here, and with your nurturing, I know Shines will shine, as all of us have been saying. I'm not going to mention everybody, but I want to appreciate every single person here gathered. We have a story to tell, just like the executive director will give you. Yeah. Yes. I may skip one or two of you, but take it in good faith. We do recognize, of course, the Minister of Education, under which umbrella we are all gathered here. Mr. Bosa, representing that section, is here. If I skip anybody, kindly take it in good faith. But I was on a small a story that Shane is coming a very long way. I just want to give you a small snippet of it. You know, like one day, the executive director, now we call him executive director. Then when he walked to my office one day and he was telling me something which I didn't even think about. He said, Robert, he usually called his manager. He said, manager, I have something to tell you. I said, what is that? And he told me about something he thought would do, build into a big foundation. I looked at the guy. Then he was a small man, not what he is now. I looked at the guy and I was thinking, is this young man dreaming? But he told me, I have a small project. I have an NGO. But I don't have anybody to help me shape it. What do I do? I've come to you. I want you to join me. And I thought things like NGO, Mr. Okello, were run by people who have a lot of money. And I didn't have money. And I said, why does this man around Masindi come to me? Yet I'm also just a small person. But I'm just giving you a background, something that began small, with small people, like a small idea, but now all of us are gathered here jubilating about this formidable organization. That is the power of being resilient, focused, and well-intentioned. 10 years ago, we did not expect to see something like this. One of the leaders from the districts has alluded that a structure of this magnitude may not be even within their budget. Today, we are privileged to have Randall and Caroline on behalf of the UK board giving us every support every single minute. I do not want to go into the because it's a long story where we sat in small places as if we didn't know what to do. One time he came to me and said, now chairman, he started calling me chairman. I didn't know why. He thought I could be the chairman, but he said, chairman, the people in the office don't even have anything to eat. What do we do? By then I think we had about 3 or 4 people in the office. So I told him, every lunchtime, please come here. If I have about 2,000 or 3,000 and we can buy a loaf of bread, let this talk to them, and then they accept to have at least a loaf of bread. Even if they have tea without sugar, please tell them we are looking at a bigger picture. In the future, if God keeps us, we shall eat big. And today, by the way, all of us are going to have lunch here. It is not a piece of bread as it used to be. Today is going to be a big meal. This is testimony, ladies and gentlemen, about a serious, focused young man having a vision which now gathers all of us today. Guests of honor and our chief guest, I want to pledge on behalf of the board that we are committed, we are serious, we are dedicated, and we are looking to achieve more than what you can see here today. I am very sure we have assurance from our colleagues in the UK. For us, we sit down, they guide us a lot. We sit down and look at, the challenges and see how we turn them into opportunities. And then we tell them, we need so much money. And they go around looking, because as you may all know, it's very difficult to raise money here. Raising money to this tune is an uphill task. So I want to end this by thanking every single person who has been part and parcel of this journey. I can assure everybody gathered here that we have a bright future. We have intentions of making Chilren'S a model school. And the journey is very clear. You can also see the focus we are on. There is looking at these kids singing and reciting some of these things. It's just testimony to tell you that the future is very bright. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank our different guests who have traveled far and wide to come and be part of us on this very auspicious day of celebrating 10 years of existence. We are launching a strategic plan today, I think. Mr. Executive Director, you'll guide me, but that was part of the plan. He's touching his head, but we must achieve that one also. And I think the sky is the limit. If you left me to talk, I'll talk until evening, because there's a lot to talk about Chilren'S Student Foundation. There are a lot of stories. To see all our parents here gathered, a project of this magnitude in Miria, who thought about it? And who would think that this is now gathering us here? I want to thank all of you and thank everybody, my Lord Bishop and team, Mr. Okello, Mr. Bosa Haji, and everybody gathered here. Thank you all for sparing time to come and be with us on this very important day. I want to thank the local government, because somebody was telling, I heard somebody talking about we have had a challenge of power. As we talk, we are running a generator. But a facility of this kind, of this magnitude, needs to be supported. And I am, as a chairperson of the board, I was very, very excited to hear those words. I want to see that in the next few maybe weeks or so, we're initiating a conversation about bringing power here. Because these kids, for those of you who have gone round, the executive director took us round. There's an ICT room. There are very few people or few facilities that have that kind of arrangement. Let us have power so that our kids are IT, educated. It is the way to go forward. We cannot just leave that kind of facility which has been offered to us and has been arranged for to just go, or just to lose it. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. I want to pray that when you leave this place on your way back, God guides everybody because you came for good intentions. And I want to thank God and pray for blessings for everybody, for God and my country.
Thank you, Chair. I also thought you would introduce the board and the teachers. Yeah, thank you.
I think the man is seriously insisting I should do a lot of work. But with us here, I think that was an omission. I should have done that. As I said, I think we are going to run. I'll give everybody the microphone just to say your word and what you are in the organization. And I will start with myself. My names are Robert Mudenya. I'm a hotelier by profession, but also taking a lot of interest in education on account of Chilren'S Children Foundation. But my name's, as I said, I'm Denya Robert, and I was going to say general manager because I'm usually a general manager of a hotel, but I'm the chairperson of the board, Chilren'S Children Foundation Uganda chapter. And I'll begin from here so that we can go like this and then behind.
My name is Kaija Robert. I'm the board treasurer, Chilren'S Children Foundation, Uganda chapter. I'm an accountant by profession. You are most welcome.
I'm Bosco Neck, program manager with Chilren'S Children Foundation. You are most welcome.
I'm Juliet Katsabe, a member, Chilren'S Children Foundation.
My name is Baguma Ronald Ske. I'm the vice chair, but chair, allow me recognize my former employer, Red Earth, that is Mr. John Kwemara, and the executive director I handed over to, and Mr. Okello. This is the harmonious environment of civil society organization in Masindi. Just to mention, it's very unlikely that you'll find two people who worked for the same organization still sitting on the same table. We do that in Masindi. Thank you.
These ones, they will talk, they have their time to get a band.
My name is Rihoko Hiranuma, JICA volunteer. Nyoe Banyata Rihoko, Yuga Japan.
I'm Sylvia Nganjani, the finance officer, Chilren'S Children Foundation. You're most welcome.
Musibra Muta, Mibara Liange, Ninue Kiana, and Paco Yange Kiki, and Dugo, Washington, D.C., Omo, United States of America. Indi, Peace Corps, Omo Yambi, and Kora, Chilren'S Children Foundation, Webele Kasangwa.
I'm Prima Alinda, a teacher at Chilren'S Children Foundation School. Thank you.
I'm Onengetu David, head teacher, Chilren'S Children Foundation. You're welcome.
I'm Tugume Moses, the science driver. Thank you.
I'm Nyangirek Janet, school aunt Chilren'S.
I'm Apple Florence, teacher in Chilren'S.
Ayebale Proscovia, a teacher. You are most welcome. Babazi Donatus, school nurse. You are most welcome.
Lillian Kabagumba, head of lower primary,
Shine School. Mukyo Muhendo Scovia, Estate Manager. Mwebale nokwiji.
Murongti Alfred Aboki Umuhinda, Deputy Teacher, Shine Children's Foundation School.
My name is Atgonza Sylvia, the school bursar. Thank you.
Keza Betty, a teacher, Shine School. Thank you.
Magora Rehma, a teacher, Shines Children's Foundation. Thank you.
Semerera Rachel Tumsime, teacher Shines.
Ngonze Bolivar, Cook.
Kamutonda Salai, Kilina.
Asimwe Edward nigo mabara gange. Ninyowe ayemereire hano ababazaire ba Shines nja kubasaba tuterero Mr. Dennis abazaire itwenka bisomere numuterere engalo. Ekote ya kabiri bakantekamo obwesige ninyowe mbaire a steering ya kakurato akatekaniza omukoro gono muterere engalo.
Thank you very much, MC. And as you realize, Shines is multifaceted. It's not only education we are looking at. You've heard kids talking about money and building businesses. We have health facilities. So there is a lot that we do. So I want to welcome all of you and thank you for coming to this very auspicious occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair, and the staff of Shine Students Foundation. Dear guests of honor, the AD Uganda National NGO Bureau, the chief guest, Right Reverend Bishop of Masindi Diocese, distinguished invited guests, the political and technical guests, the board members for both UK and Uganda, parents, and our beloved kids. Children, good afternoon. I'm so delighted, I'm so humbled this afternoon again to welcome you at Shine Students Foundation, an initiative that started 10 years back after numerous hurdles that I was going through. I just want to give a little bit about the story of Shines. I happen to be born of 7 kids, 7 siblings. My mom is here, you are told, and my dad. Someone has told him my dad is here. I'm not telling her. Oh, yeah, that's my dad. Yes, those wonderful people have really done great work. But from a humble way, we grew from very hard times. As you know, those days, especially when you are not doing well as a parent, you do all what you can, but time comes when you cannot afford to provide for your kids. And that's why one of the programs that we are running at Shine is family planning. At least let us have what we can afford. I'm not saying that they did bad to bring us all in this world, but I'm just interesting you in a scenario whereby I had reached a situation where I was giving up because the hardship that I was going through was enormous. I would not continue. But one thing that helped me, I was kind of brilliant in class. Now, time would come, especially when I joined secondary school. I could not afford school fees. Now, I was this kind of a person who would remain at school when children are going for holidays. To do what? To do the cleaning. I mean, slashing, making sure the school is clean. Or maybe even when kids are still at school, in the evening, I would be among the team of those pupils or those students who are going to wash the dishes. So that the school should not employ someone who would take money, but otherwise use that money to compensate my school fees. It was a hard way. I mean, I used to ride a sport bike from Chigunia. Aba Kigunia Barohan? Aba Kigunia. Yes, people know me. I used to ride a bicycle from deep in the village. I think it is only 1 kilometer to the main gate of Kichumba Nyoro. I ride a sport bike from that village up to town. I remember there is a day, there is a small raised land which was used to be called in Soziviri. That place used to be dusty. Now these 2 cars came at night at around 8. Now they raised dust. One was coming from the other end, the other one was coming from my back. Guess what happened? I was sloping and the cars raised the dust. I want to tell you guys, I found myself somersaulting. I fell and I found myself on ground. Why? Because my parents could not afford to maybe rent for me. By then, I'm not saying even now, by then maybe to provide for me rental in town to study. Maybe they could not even put me in a boarding, just like any other pupil who would access the opportunities. But now time came, I said, this is enough. I cannot continue like this. How long am I going to continue to hurdle? But again, I said I needed to study because I knew it was the only way to break that chain or that intergenerational problem. You understand what I'm saying? That intergenerational problem that was there. So one evening I got my report card and I wrote a letter requesting for support. And I said I'm a Christian, I pray to God. I took that letter to the diocesan's office at St. Matthew. I mean, after a week, it was after a month, the bishop's car came. I remember it came at King's College. Now, you know, some of these teachers also, they are good people. So when they saw bishop's car, by then it was Right Reverend Stanley Ntagari, it came, it packed, then it said, they asked for Dennis Kiria. So like, Dennis, the bishop is outside there looking for. Have you done any wrong to the daughter or what? I said, no, you people, what have I done? I was like, there's nothing that, and I had forgotten that I had wrote a letter to request for support from the church. Now, this person comes, says, the bishop has sent him, there is this letter, and there's someone who wrote requesting for support, and we have got him a support. It was so great. I want to tell you people, God is so faithful for those who believe. Since that day, my life changed. The church got him someone who paid for my fees up to where I could stand and speak to you like this. I'm so grateful, and I will always say that I will need to come back to St. Matthew to give thanks. Maybe we need to organize one to make sure that we give thanks. Now, coming back to Children's Foundation, after I was offered that support, in me, I knew that there are other children who are suffering the same way I'm suffering back home, or in communities, or in the entire Masindi. I was thinking, how best can I try to help these people? It is when I was at KIU doing a course in ICT, I started saving my pocket money to start an institution. Guest of honor, you know, it is very tedious to register an NGO because of those nuts that you have put to make sure. But I want to tell you, I didn't register as a CBO. It went through as an NGO. And I had to make sure that I researched all what was required to make sure that I registered it. But to cut the story short, I've had a long way to make this happen. Or we have had a long story to make this happen. There's one person here whom we started with. I think that person, when I called her, she said she would come. Please, Jocelyn, thank you very much for being part of Shines. So it was among the people who really understood my vision or our vision, and we started together. But because I think of work, she had to leave Masindi and go to other place. But I want to tell you that Children'S Foundation was formed on a basis of helping a vulnerable child, of helping that child in the village that you know cannot afford on helping that child. You see he's struggling. There are some children who are struggling and they are very brilliant, but they cannot afford. And there are those children who have it all and they are not serious with education. Since 2013, the organization has been a positive force to the community of Masindi. A lot has been achieved. Among our programs, we do education. As you see, you know, we started with a vision. We started with just putting something on paper, but now you can see it, don't you? This is the reason why Shines was formed. You have heard children singing here that, thank you, director, for making sure that we girl child, we are studying. And that gives me comfort. That is success to me. Some people call success to be flying, to have posh cars, to have this kind of buildings, to have a luxury life. But when I hear someone saying that, thank you for making me study, it gives me peace. That is success. And that's why Science Children's Foundation was formed, to provide quality and affordable education to children, especially those who cannot afford. But even those who can afford, please bring your kids here and you give us some money so that we sustain the institution. Not so. We pay teachers, make sure we run other programs. Now, one other reason why we formed Shine Children Foundation was we wanted to make sure we break the poverty cycle. You know, most of times we are suffering, we as children, not because of our making, but it's because of the making of our parents. It may not be at their wish, but it is because they are not aware of what they are supposed to do. I'm so much grateful to the partners, the Japanese International Corporation, the Peace Corps, Mr. Bagada. Bagada, can you wave to people? Thank you very much. That gentleman you see there has been so instrumental towards making sure that we have volunteers in this district to make sure that our youth, our community members are trained in agribusiness skills. One, thank you so much that Kiana and other volunteers who have been coming, that your efforts have not gone in vain. You have seen the children are singing here that their parents are learning how to save. They are in VCL groups. It means Kiana has been in communities teaching people how to come up with business skills. So we are so grateful. We also want to thank the JICA that we have entered into an understanding, and we are looking forward to do more than only volunteering. So thank you very much for that partnership. Now, one other reason why Shines was formed is because we wanted to see that the rights of children are protected. Sometimes you people, we are reluctant on some few things. And I'm calling upon the people of Masindi. One big problem that is haunting our children, their political wing, Mr. RDC, is there's a problem of child labor. There are children in this district working in agriculture farms that save sugarcane and other places. One time we were doing a project, on this Masindi Port Road. There are farms of sugarcane there. Parents told us that we cannot take our kids to school because these kids are going to work in a farm so that they can earn something to provide for their family. I was like, how is this possible in Masindi? Now, which kind of life, which kind of foundation are we laying for our children? Now, as an organization, we're looking forward to work with other bodies, the police, the religious leaders, to come up with dialogue. How best can we improve? How best can we protect the rights of these children? These children have a right to education, but sometimes these rights are violated. So as an organization, we thought it's very important for us to come up and advocate for the rights of children. The other reason why Shine Children Foundation was formed was because we wanted to try and reduce on the levels of early marriages and teenage pregnancies. There are a lot of young girls who are getting married at a very low age. You find a child producing a child. Now, who is going to look after the other? It means there's going to be the intergenerational poverty. whereby there's no one who's going to be helping the other. So as an organization, and I want to give you the good news that Chilren'S Children Foundation was nominated unopposed as the Girls Not Bride Global coordinators for Western region, for Midwestern. So it means Chilren'S Children Foundation is going to work with different organizations along this region to try and see how we can reduce on the levels of early marriages and teenage pregnancies. One of the other program that we do is water sanitation and hygiene. I know most people in this community will pay a testimony that when we came in this community, they used to get water from ponds. If there's someone who is saying that Dennis is lying, let him say that. I remember when we came, people were just sharing water with animals. It was such a task. It was such a touching story. Now, because of our wish for good life, we had to drill and also repair the boreholes which were here. You and me, we know that Uganda is one of the youngest population growing with the highest number of youth. And that brings a gap in the level of unemployment because there are a lot of young people and those young people are not educated. Now, that is creating a problem in communities in where they are coming from. So as an organization, we try to see how can we bring these young people to become important people in their community. Sometimes when they are not guided, they become useless because they are youth. So that's where we come up with a skill development. We do a skilling center where we train young boys and girls in different skills to make sure that they have an improved livelihood. Kigulia division is one of the divisions in this district, or in this municipality, which do not have a health center. Am I lying? There is no health center in this division. Therefore, as an organization, we saw it is very, very important to care for the lives of the people. I mean, when we started here, there are people who are dying of just little sicknesses. Children, I mean, pregnant women commuting long distances. Now, we have not yet constructed the hospital, but after the school, I don't know if the donors are hearing, after the school, the hospital is the next in this division. Yes. So, as an organization, we do medical camps. And we're so great that we are going to have a medical camp for the next 5 years. So every year we shall be having a medical camp here so that we can contribute on the health aspect, but also provide health services to the community and other people. Nutrition and food security. Nungi. What type of food do you give to your child when he's going at school? What type of food do you feed on when you are pregnant? What type of food would you love to give to your child when she's at home? So as Chilren'S Children Foundation, we are not specifically looking at an education. Most people think that Chilren'S is only the school, but Chilren'S is more than a school. Chilren'S Children Foundation, for your information, it is a national NGO that was registered way back in 2013 to provide support and care to the vulnerable communities in this country. I am not always good at reading from the paper. I always want to have what I'm speaking from my mind because I've been there since day one. So what I'm telling you is what Chilren'S is, because anyone can write anything on the pen, on the paper, and deliver to you. But I want to take this opportunity to thank the team that we have been working with, the team that has been there, even if things are hard. He has told you, the chair. There is some time when staff could ask him for breakfast. I don't have it. Now, I would say, what can I do? Maybe I run, chair, at least 5,000. I buy bread for 2,000, then I take for these stuff people to eat. I mean, it is not easy. It is about persistence. And one important thing that I would love also to share is I have the passion for the work that I'm doing. Otherwise, if it wasn't that, I would have been away. I wouldn't been here. I happened to get a chance to go to London, and when I was in Amsterdam, I texted one of my friends here in Uganda. I told him, you know what? I'm flying to London in the next 1 hour. He said, Dennis, vaira batuyamba otagaruka. Hakiri tube na iwoko. But what he meant was that, Dennis, if you go to UK, please don't come back. At least let us have you there. You work and maybe you'll be the person to help us, or maybe call us, or maybe we shall now have an address. But I told him, no. Me going outside, it's not that I'm going to look for a refuge, or I'm going for a green pasture. It's like I'm just going at Cambridge for a conference, then I come back. I was like, Dennis, told him, no. What am I meaning here is that the work that I'm doing is passion. We should have passion for our children. Parents, sometimes we have failed to look after our children. We have failed to have passion for your own child. A child comes here when he has not come, you are not bothered. A child comes to school when the child has not washed, you are bothered. Now, what do you want us to do? Should we wash for that child? If we are saying we are subsidizing on the fees, we are subsidizing on everything, we also need to watch for that child. We need to be responsible. Let us work together. I always told people that when I came in this community, I told them, me, I have not brought money. I've not come with matoke or everything, but I've come to work together. I've come to teach you people how to fish. Because if I give you money, the following morning I go away, you will not have any way on how you will get money the next morning. So teaching someone how to fish is a better way than giving that person a fish. So that is the slogan. That is what has kept me going. And I'm so grateful for the people of this community. They appreciated and they understood what I meant. So mweterero mungal. Thank you very much. Now, as I conclude on this part, I'm told I should do my part and just finish communications from me. I want to first of all appreciate our development partners, Chilren'S UK. Chilren'S UK is a UK registered charity. I think they will speak about it, but they have been so instrumental to our work. They have been so instrumental, so encouraging that they understood the vision. There's sometimes when you have a vision, but people don't understand what you're saying, as if you are talking in tongues, you know. I'm sorry if I'm really touching someone, but if you speak to someone and that person does not understand you or does not understand your vision, it becomes hard for that person to grasp your vision. Now, I'm so appreciative to Chilren'S UK because they understood, they saw that there is a need, and they manifested and they realized and they came on board to support. Thank you very much. But also allow me to appreciate the government, from the local government. Thank you for allowing us to work in this district. Otherwise, you would say, no, we don't want you. Your programs are not aligned in our developmental plan. Please find other place where you can do it. But we're so grateful for that. And also the government, through you, the ED NGO Bureau, for accepting to register us. I remember there is one day when we were for NGO forum meeting, then you questioned a question that you ask people, what is a permit? What is a permit? It is very simple question. Someone will ask you, what is a permit? Because one of the things for an organization to operate, you must have a permit of operation. But someone would ask you, what is a permit? It is a permission. So we were allowed. It is a permission. We are allowed to execute or to do what we are doing. But that comes when you put all what is required. I'm so humbled, Chief Guest, that we have moved a regulator for the whole country for Shines. Thank you very much once again. Now, as I also continue appreciating, I want to thank the church for being there. They nurtured me. I grew, and I'm still, and I will always be a Protestant. They have nurtured me because we are always told that love your neighbor as you love yourself. I've always learned. My mom, my dad have always told me that I should not see someone suffering and you don't really help that person. I want to thank the church for really nurturing me. I want to thank the government partners, Peace Corps, the JICA, and any other person, but also other civil society organizations. Red Earth have been so instrumental to us, the advice, but we also work together. I also want to thank other civil society organizations who are not here for their collaborative work that they have always done to make sure that we are an organization that is existing. Having said that, allow me to switch again to sharing with you the strategic plan. Then after, we can launch it and also see the roadmap. However, in this strategic plan, it is a summary, because most of you will ask yourself, why don't you have copies? You can give some of those copies to them. But it is just a summary of the few things that we are going to do. But I want just to tell you what we have so far done. But of course, you have seen some of those. I've told you we do education support program. We support children, the vulnerables, to attain education. We provide safe drinking water. We do skilling to those children who are outside there. We do ICT. Most importantly, we are also doing environment. You and me know that there is global warming and climate. There is no way how climate can wait for us. We can wait for climate, but climate cannot wait for us. And by the way, the climate that we are destroying today, it is going to affect the children. There is no way how we are going to provide education to the children when we don't conserve the climate. We shall be lying ourselves. Now, because of that, we thought it is very paramount to make sure that we introduce climate ideas to these children. Because, you know, the mind of a child is like a sponge. You know, when you dip a sponge in water, it absorbs that water. At an early age, when these children understand what climate is, and it's important, that knowledge will be transferred from here, even to you parents. A child will tell you, we need to plant trees because of A, B, C, D. And he or she will explain to you. And some of other things that we have also done, I've talked about the skilling center, I've talked about empowerment, I've talked about child protection, I've talked about environmental conservation, and now this is what we want to do. However, even if we have done much, but there is other things that we need to put in proper or to finish, because there is unfinished work. There's some that we need to do. So for the next 5 years, these are some of the things that we need to do. We are looking to finalize the infrastructural development of this institution. You know, every institution should be in a wall fence for the safety of our children. So one of the things that we are looking to do is to put this institution into a wall fence. We are also looking to construct a community resource center whereby the community can come and access information. We have the computer and the library, and we are welcoming the community. Please, when we install power here, you are most welcome to come and use the computer lab to access anything. Because as I've said, this is not something that is only benefiting the children, but also the community. We also have the library. However, we don't have the books. And that's why I'm calling for support for any donation or contribution from any partner. If you are here and you're willing to support us in ICT and the installing of the library books, please, you are most welcome. We are also looking to build a boarding section, because us having a very nice looking institution like this, that is one good thing. But the other thing is sustainability. We need to make sure that we sustain this institution, because great friends have helped us build the institution, but they are not going to continue paying for the teachers. They're not going to continue provide for the bills. They're not going to continue to do everything. That means we need to run the sustainability bit of this. So therefore, as an institution, we are looking to build a boarding section, so that some of you parents, you have your kids somewhere, and you are willing to pay for that kid so that you can bring this kid here. That means when you pay us, we can also pay for the school fees for other teachers. We are also looking in the next 5 years to construct a very nice art infrastructure for sports. You know, one thing, you can't provide education to a child when you don't take that child to exercise. You'll be wrong. So therefore, as an organization, we are looking to construct a very moderate sports center whereby children can come and exercise, but also use it as a center where we can have other activities. This evening, we have a match between the parents here, the parents in this community, but also looking to use sports as an arena where we can get this other group of people who cannot converge, but they like sports. Like, we can do sexual reproductive health and rights. We can do training. We can do a lot of things. So, but all those can be done through sports. I've also told you we have the library, but we don't have an ICT center. I mean, we don't have the ICT equipments. We're looking to have a full-fledged ICT room, whereby if we sit here, we can also have communication with children in London, in Japan, in Washington, in Michigan. So we think us having a robust ICT center, it can help us to make sure that our children, even the community, can come and learn some few things. We are also looking at advancing climate. I've told you about that. We have seen the group of Guru. They are here. They approached me and said, Dennis, your work is really valuable. Why don't you come to Guru? We all know there has been a war in Guru that lasted for 20 years. And there are children who are suffering. There are children who need support. Why don't you come and at least make us understand some of the few things that you do here? That's why we went there. We organized groups, and they are saving. And it is from here that we shall also ask them to start something that can help them come out from the area, the poverty that they are in. Education, empowerment, and excellency. We are looking to continue provide training to our teachers. It's one of the things that we are looking to do. As an institution, you and me, you know that this institution is going to be one of the kind in Masindi. Not only in Masindi, but in Uganda. Because we want to make it to be one of the model schools. We have someone from the Ministry of Education, Haj. We are going to request you to guide us on how best can we make this school to be one of the best schools, performing schools in Uganda, not only in Masindi. Because I think you know we have the facilities. If we have good guidance, we can make it one of the best schools. So doing CPD can help to make sure that we reach there. As I've told you, that Children's Children Foundation was formed on the basis of helping the needy. We're looking to increase on the number of children who are on sponsorship. We know they are there, and we know there are children who are out there who cannot afford. And our mandate is to try to make sure that those children access education. The other important thing that we're looking to do, we're looking to construct a health center whereby we think that it's not equally good for people, for children to lose life. I know maybe the government may be having plan for this division. As an organization, we can supplement, but we also have it in our 5 years that at least we should have a medical center that can provide services to the people. Now, most importantly, because of the high number of the youth that we have in this country, there's no way how we can go away without skilling them. We are looking to construct a skilling center at Chilren'S campus so that we can empower, but also not only the youth, but also these young children. You know, I think the person from the Ministry of Education will guide that the curriculum changed. We need to teach these young children some skills when they are still young, so that when they grow, they can have a better future. Having said that, I want to continue thanking you. I want to continue appreciating everyone who has taken his time. Kasojo Kato Kachomiteni Kakoraki, our MP, thank you very much for honoring the invitation. I respect everyone who is here. Thank you, Bwana RDC, for coming. I want to thank, I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed by happiness, but I'm so appreciative for everyone's effort to be here, and I know we can dialogue, because we can't do it all. We can't do it all. You can give us ideas. Our approach is always bottom up. We want to get problems from communities. We share, how can we solve these problems? Like, you have ideas, maybe you don't know how you can solve them. So community, the government, the state, let's work together so that to make this country a better place. May God bless you, and for God and my country.
Thank you so much, our Executive Director, Chilren'S Children Foundation, for that wonderful speech. Menisaba abakasomoro mulinga director joyi mirehan.
Just one thing, I'm going to share the soft copies for the entire strategic plan with the guests. I know you have registered and I have your emails, but I'm going to share it so that you can have read through. But also, if there is a way how you can support our cause, please. We are so appreciative. We are accountable. At least we are not blowing our own trumpet. Someone has said that we put funds into use and we shall always. Thank you very much.
Araba kwenda kweleza kisembo leka bayije bakikomurundi gumo abakwenda kweleza kisembo era mwangu yeho abo wiri bagambege kwenda kweleza kisembo. They want to give you a gift. Ebege kasomoro obwire tinyine bwokubaza bahereza kisembo abo akaire member of parliament Bururi County bagenda mu session akwenda kugenda ha Zoom atoki ijo imbere hana atoki jaga oni bamukwase bisembo bibiri byawe mwibara ly'isitwe neryo mwana neryo mwe mwikirire. Amina. Ekyo tukimazire abo akaire bayikandoli wakasomoro atiyo kwata munsawo kale kihoire. Aha, kojinaita kasomoro bantinywe parliament egenda kuikara, so member of parliament atusabire akwenda genda ha Zoom abe omurukurato rukuru oroyanga kiria byoro bikwasire gendo ikare egino yawe. Honorable member of parliament Bururi County Honorable Aled Ronald Gizibwe kani kunira ja kubaza aba members of parliament abandi basakwa bali Kampala nkunihira timanyire baitu kanda ta education Dennis omusejo nata katebeke binyegesa obeno ichura computer manyo kuchura bitabu manyo kuchura biraha manyo kuchura sente. Member of parliament Linda ekira muruga bompali tata toki nensobara mchebe
Kale, thank you very much, the Master of Ceremonies, my Lord Bishop, and the team, White Attain, my Archdeacon in Crozere, the chief guest, the guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank God for today, and I want to thank God for Shines. I am very, very, very appreciative for this initiative. I have a very clever man in my constituency who happens to come from a village called Bokwe. And this man says there are 3 sure businesses all over the world. And that is when you touch the field of education, when you touch the field of health, and when you touch the field of the stomach. And that is agriculture. And that man is none other than Kanagina Atenyi. Atenyi ebigambo byokira kubitugambira. And when you look at the main social services, we have education, health. I am very happy that Shines is helping us with education. I want to appreciate all the stakeholders, all our partners from within Uganda and outside Uganda. Thank you so much for supporting mankind. And I just pray that God continues to bless you. I am very sorry I have to speak and leave, because as you are aware, the appropriation bill that we passed in Parliament in May and sent to the President for assent was sent back to Parliament because it had a few issues here and there. So we are having a special parliamentary sitting this afternoon. But because of my brother Kiria, I said no, let me come and be here physically for about 30 minutes, then I go and join Parliament on Zoom. So I am here for you, and because you extended the invitation to me. And I am equally representing my colleagues. The Honorable MP for Bujenje, he was invited, but is in Parliament. Same applies to our woman MP and the area member of Parliament. So omukuru aba MPs abandi bataroho mutagongera mutagamba banagirize baitu haroho bile tu abaitu trabizo mu Parliament obagitwaire mwa mzee agisaininge mzee yagamba harume bikurumira hati yagisinika yagigara mu Parliament hati speaker yatweta kyalero kino oyireho nyonga mbegenya gambo manyiro mukuru Kiria aruga owange mburoli senyagamba omwana gonzi bwabanya nambera genzere akagamba we abazaire bange murugeyo muije nyara kiri kikuru kwijja kubaha mukoro guno bate saa 8 tugenda kuba ntutandika nyagamba kangeni kamalire hano ngene sobole kubakwatira habyoma ebyabakali magezi nahabakyo muranganyira omurara ningenda. One, I'm an educationist but also a legislator, so I'll be able to support you either as an educationist or as a legislator or both. Whichever help you feel you need at that level of Parliament, I am there and I'll give all the support you need. However, I want to appreciate our parents who have brought the children. Otherwise, we would have the facilities here and we wouldn't have the children. And at the end of the day, it would just be a white elephant. So I want to appreciate the parents. I appreciate the partners. Thank you so much for supporting Shines. And I am very happy when you hear and read through their strategic plan. I'm very happy about the vocational bit. You know, today we are having issues of unemployment. The only solution to the unemployment problem is going vocational. That is why as government we decided to bring the new lower secondary school curriculum to make sure we train people who are not going to become job seekers. At the end of the day, you leave school and you're able to employ yourself. So I want to appreciate Shines. I want to request that the Kiguria community, the Masindi community, we continue supporting them to make sure that after in 5 years' time, they are able to have achieved whatever they want. I want to pledge government support in whichever way we are able to. But I want to say that all these are possible because of 2 or 3 things. One, in the year 1993, the government of Uganda decided to liberalize the education. Otherwise, if we had said it is only strictly in the hands of government, we wouldn't be here. And then, of course, the other thing is all these are happening because of the very good international relations that our government has with other governments outside. So as government, we shall continue supporting and leveling the ground and making sure we continue creating a very good atmosphere and environment to make sure that we are able to continue working with our colleagues even outside Uganda. Abazaire nkusaba twekambe kusomesa abaana bantu basagike hano tutagamba ngwa ebyo byabusa nibyo biri yokwo no birabiri byabusa baita ka uniform ojja kagura na habweke iwe kwata na mbyo semere kukwata nora kukwatisa akukwatisa na mbyo semere koraki asemere kukwatisaho so ngoza kubasima tugenda maiso no kusagika abana baitu tubekambise abana basome. Finally, Kiria, I heard you talk about the 5-year strategic plan. You alluded to the fact that we don't have a health center in Kigulia. I want to report that as you think about the health issues, we also don't have a secondary school in Kigulia division. So I want you to think of the plan because you are now at P6. In 2 years' time, you are going to be producing people who need to go to senior 1. Can we have some plan of how we are able to cross from the primary level to the secondary level? I'll not talk about the university because Bunyoro University is coming soon. So by the time they finish the 6 years, the other university would have come. But let's equally think about something about the secondary. However, as government, we are committed. We are equally pushing to make sure we get a secondary school here, we get a health center, but I want to say that even when we have the other of government, we shall equally need the private one because we work together and we support each other. With the very many words, I once again want to thank you, our partners, our funders. I just pray that God continues to bless you. Continue supporting us. We shall support you with prayer, and God will always bless you. And even when time of going to heaven comes, I want to assure you just go to heaven because of supporting Shines. Mwebale muno kusaba abazaire ba Kiria mwijana kitweteza kasani. I want to appreciate the mama and the dad as their MP bayingoza kubasima abo kuzaro musiga zone kandi mukamusagika mukamwihamo okusemerwa ku muzaire kuona kuba obwozaro mwana kandi omwana karugamu akokole binte birungi nke byo musaijo ono akukora. So mugurusi wange no mukayikuru MP wanya besereyo kubasima. Atiwe Kiria yemeranka wa haija mwebale muno kusomesa omwana, mwebale kutalibana, mwebale hasozi zona tinda zigendemu baitu nkaba ningeza oku researchinga hali mukayikuru wa Itogo ebiyakuraga kura kusagikire omugurusi mulinga tabiya amaga kuranga kusagikire hana nyenya gamba kwanya obu ndajja mukoro kuno njja kusima abasajja omusajja nomukazi on habo okuba you are who you are because of them. Kana itwenda bali hano tuongere kusagika abazaire baitu kana abazaire mukama wako atuhaire kisembe ky'abaana tugende omaiso nokuranga abaana tubasagiki nabwe kyombese kubasima kubaheza akabahasa habo kusagika omwana mwebale muno kandi mukama balinde amaze ate oniwe bamuhaire omuzira mwebale ku mwezi omuzira mukayikulu na mugurusi mwebale muno kandi mukama bayize kisembe ky'emyaka nyingi muno mulwali n'omusajja ogwo nawe nagurusohara mukama baline. Thank you very much Jane Masses when the time comes.
Thank you so much.
Babali mno Honorable Member of Parliament Buroli County group yenye muruha odakikemu abantu bajwahiremu talemwa group kandi mugambege muri redde dakika 2 zonka obo ntwetekaniza kuba na Haji Abi Bosa from the Ministry of Education and Sports tukiranizege dakika 2 tunuko kale mkwena mzinda ndayawe kiroginusemereire bojo mwebalo kwijanganja nisimire ntangirire okubanza kwa byona mali mukusoka kurungidora kiroginusemereire nganja ni bojo webalo kwijayo bojo nyesemereire akika mota bola chali dora bojo webalo kwijanganja ni bojo nyesemereire kiroginusemereire nganja ni nkajana bukaro waitu nganja nisemereire mbe bojo mtandiko kubutera dora nganya nisemereire mbe bojo mwebalo kwija kiroki nusemereire nganya ni bojo nyesemereire nganya nisemereire mali nkajana bene baitu nganya nisemereire mali kangene mbatabale nganya nisemereire mali kangene mbatabale abantu tusamba style.
Mwebale kuija barungi nganja zaidi nywena mwebale kuija bagani mwebale kuija barunga kubanza nimbatagira barungi nywe nganja zaidi nywena abajungu mwebale kuija tuwenywe barungi nganja zaidi nywena nywe amabaramba mana moti kunu hura bade elo wengaro ngerereza hura bojo ngajana kataka kanga barunginye
mwebale mno. Ejeri group ya Talemwa group. Mubongere engalo zamani mno mwebale mno. White Haji Bosa Abi from the Ministry of Education and from the Basic Education, Ministry of Education and Sports. Please, it is your time to come and have a word to ono musajja wamaani mno kuruga mu kitongole ky'ebyenyegesa ahamu n'emizaano. I think he can stand here. This place might be better for him. Akwaro akaitoro. Most welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, the moderator of today's program. Dear Lord Bishop and the entire clergy team, my brother and friend, the chief guest today, Mr. Okello, our hosts, Shines Education Center, led by Wanakiria and the entire colleagues that you are working with, our political leadership, the RDC, the President's Office, we honor you very much, and all the politicians who are present here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the parents and the children who are present today, we are humbled to stand before you today as we celebrate yet another achievement in Masindi municipality. I will be very, very brief, but my words about appreciation and some guidance where possible. I want to appreciate the people who got the dream, Mr. Chiria, Carol and Rand, for the seed you sowed some time ago. It is starting to bear fruits and we are very humbled. I am standing under a tree today, and this tree was a dream of some other person. Nobody knew that I would benefit from this. But because of the vision this person had who planted this tree, we are all enjoying and feeling proud because we are under a shade, and probably it will bear fruits, and eventually it will become timber, which will add value to this country's growth. So thank you very much for the vision and dream. We have all heard that Shines Education Center started 10 years ago. That is very short a time to register all this achievement and success. But because of the word our Lord Bishop talked about in the morning, if you really negate from being greedy, if you negate from being corrupt, if you negate from mishandling the resources that are put to you, you can achieve bigger things in a very short period. So for me, the brains behind this, I really want to salute you for the honesty. I want to salute you for being trusted people, because raising funds from partners is not a simple thing. I have traveled to some countries across Europe, and I know. I have walked to some classes where they have a box in front of their class. And these children come with a pen, a pence, $1 or something, and they forego something they would buy to drink or eat to save for the African child. Now, when they pull those resources, young as you see them in those countries, they come collectively contribute, and the parents also support. Eventually, when they pull the resources together, they look for a credible organization that will support others achieve light. So I am happy for Carol, Rand, and the proprietor for being good flag bearers. You're a trusted resource, and we really feel proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, education is not a selfish service. Education is like being a candle. I think all of you have used a candle, the wax candle. That wax candle burns with pain. It melts with pain. But the purpose is to ensure that others have light. You have heard from Chiria here. He has told you how he endured, how he used to ride a bicycle distant places to come and get education. But the purpose was he wanted other people to have pride and some happiness at a certain time. So that candlelight which Chilia is putting here with Carol and Rand is benefiting the other souls. These ones never knew what he went through. So with that, and if we get many more Ugandans with such vision, we shall make this country reach where it is supposed to be. Allow me to also appreciate the parents. Carol and the JICA team here and the colleagues from Japan. In this country, the way you see the son behaving is because the parents did some good work. We have had children who have become useless here. The child comes back to the village and everybody stands, closes the door at around 7 because the thief has come back to the village. Everybody is scared of the thief, but here is a son who stands with his head high because of the contribution he's doing to this country. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate. I have toured. In the morning when we came here, we had a program, and I've seen this institution meeting exactly the education requirements of this country. I had the opportunity to reach the ECD center. Our policy says that ECD should be detached from the primary school, and it should be spacious enough with enough play area, and I have seen it here. So I go back with evidence that Shines is the school to take your child to. I have also seen, because our vision as a country, as my brother Miss Okelo will tell you and the other colleagues that are here, we are going IT. I have seen the dream here. They have already set up an IT space. I have already seen the electric connections being put in place. It is just that loop from the main grid that is going to come, and then we shall have space where our children will be nurtured into useful citizens who can research, who can use internet to develop this place and other places around here. So thank you very much for that dream. Thank you very much for setting a big goal. I believe that if we bite off one piece at a time, we shall reach where we are supposed to go. Bigger dreams are not achieved at once. When you set so many goals, you may fail to achieve. So it is important that within our 5-year plan, we sit and pick out priorities of priorities. It is good to be ambitious, and I'm really happy about that. That tells you that the bearers have a very big vision. But it's also good to nurture what you have started to grow, and then it is able to sustain other projects that you would want to start. What do I mean here? This primary school via infrastructure is outstanding. This primary school via land and space is outstanding. Now, what remains is to ensure that the provision of education is really meeting the quality that is required by the nation. So I would want to relate you to my good partner here and colleague, Red Earth. Red Earth, I learned of Red Earth through Baguma, and then eventually the current ED. They are part of our working groups and work together quite a number of times. We have used them to train teachers countrywide, and their fruits are seen. So I want us to build capacity of these teachers, because education is like a rolling stone. Let's build our capacity. You don't come out of a college and you say, for me, I'm qualified. Education is dynamic. In our times of school, me and Waguma, we had 35 local governments in this country. Today we are talking about 179 local governments and other municipalities and cities that are coming up. So that is education you cannot get if you stop learning. You must learn to unlearn. So let's create a situation that builds the capacity of these children to really blossom. I have also seen that the school is running currently from primary, from the ECD center to primary 6. And I want to say that you are taking the steps systemically. That is very good. Because somebody would say, 10 years ago when you started, where are the P7 children that have graduated from this school? These people did not want to rush into that. When you rush the process, sometimes you lose some steps. So they have gone slowly and systematically to ensure that the children who started at ECD are the very children that will sit for P7 next year. So for me, that is a very good arrangement. It means you are following up a cohort of learners, the ones that you started with in pre-primary. You go on building the bricks and blocks. You ensure that you fill the gaps where they have been missing, and by the time they sit for their living examinations, they will really be good alumni of this school who will have passed with the skills. I liked the library and ICT. Education is related to reading. That is why in this country we have a policy that promotes early grade reading. The purpose of early grade reading is to ensure that our children read and write. Bazadde bannaffe abatudde wano ndooza kino kankyogere mu Luganda munansonyiwa olunyoro ndubaza. I am not so fluent, so allow me to say this one in Luganda. I hope you pick it. Abaana mubakkirize bayige ennimi zaabwe enzaaliranwa basobole okuyiga ennimi ez'okubiri. Omwana buli lwayiga olulimi lwasoma nga lwayogera n'ewaka kimwanguira okuyiga olulimi luli olwokubiri, kubanga ewaka wakwatagana neki n'essomero. Naye mugenze mukuba ebituli mu nsomesa ne mugamba nti abo abasomesa olunyoro tetubaagala. Mugenze mukuba ebituli mu nsomesa ne tubaweereza ebitabo by'amasomero eby'olunyoro ne mugaana bikozesa. Mugenze mukuba ebituli mu nsomesa, abasomesa bano ne bagoberera enteekateeka z'eggwanga nga bwe ziri, ne mugamba nti tetujja kusomesa baana baffe, because education is parent driven in terms of demand. Ne bwe munaasaba ebikyamu era mujja kufuna biki? Abaana mubakkirize babasomese byombi, English and the local languages, so that they can blossom and become good citizens. I am happy that today we commissioned this building, and our Lord the Bishop was here. I will be part of the legacy, and I will be part of that, because today, the 2nd of July, another block has been added to this school. So mwebale nnyo, Jika and other colleagues, we thank you and we pray that the investments do not stop here. Now, what do we support as education? As education, we remain committed because our work is regulatory to private schools. We shall continue through our education department. Primary education is a decentralized service where it is overseen by the district where the school is located. And we have got a district education officer whom I know, Mr. Chiri and others know. We work through that arm as ministry to support. So we shall go through them and provide some materials because we have them. I want to pledge that we have early grade reading books. I am the coordinator of early grade reading in this country. So when you happen to go to Kampala one time, or through my brother here, because he's a regular visitor, please come and pick some boxes as support to the school library. We are also on a country tour starting 15th of June to 10th July, monitoring all the boarding sections in this country. We have closed some, but we are also giving guidance to those that wish to start. We have handbooks on how the boarding section can be operated and constructed. I pledge to give you copies of that because you are starting and it can help out on that. I also want to support and say that because next year you are likely to be having candidates, come and start with us early through the District Inspector of Schools. We shall support you. This facility should have a sitting center. That means our children can sit PLE from here. So through the District Inspector of Schools, come and work with us. We shall lobby and talk to the powers that be to grant a center to this school, because I bear evidence it has the facilities. Finally, I also want to usher you into our working group. Our working group has got different partners. We bring different education development partners together with the different NGOs. We sit after 2 months, and then we share. We learn from one another. The good works that are done in the other part of the country can also be simulated here if you listen to those good partners. So we want to tell you that since I am the secretary to that working group, I want to tell you, you have been inducted and brought into that working group. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want us to guard against these bad things that have been talked about here. Whereas we are empowering our children to go into useful citizens, child labor is an offense. Abana muleke okubatwala okutema ebikajjo wali, because by policy and by law, every child of school going age should be at school. They can help you. Basobola okubayambako ku weekend ne batema ebikajjo, but during school time they should be at school. So encourage them to come to school. Number 2, I have heard that the organization is also looking into early marriages. This morning, I was talking to my sister, who is also working with the partner, Smiles Shines, in Mbale, about early pregnancies. We have developed policies of re-entry. These girls should be given a second chance. It could have been a problem that they became pregnant, but it should not be their end of life. They should be given a second chance. So I've told her, and of course Chiria now, that you come and pick those guidelines. In plenty, we have a gender unit at Ministry of Education. I will be the conduit and relate you to that entity so that you can get these guidelines to support you grow that dream of early, stopping early pregnancies. Ladies and gentlemen, time is not our best ally, but I want to thank you very, very much. Whoever contributes to education system contributes to the growth of this country. I end with 2 sayings or 2 wise statements. One of them says, it is easier to prepare young children than to repair broken men. Do you pick any sense out of that? It is easier to prepare young children than to repair broken men. He was prepared well. That is why he's bearing fruits. We also have other children of his age who are out there ready to vandalize this work that you have done here. So let's do some good service to these young children so that we get future Chirias that can contribute to the growth of this country. And then finally, the quality of education cannot be better than the quality of its teachers. Work with Red Earth to build capacity of teachers, the rest will be good. My name is Musoke Abebosa. I work with the Ministry of Education and Sports, and I bring greetings to you from the Permanent Secretary and Powers of Education. We are committed to supporting whoever is committed in the education space. God bless you.
I would beg you launch the 5-year strategic plan. Those in charge, Kiria, let him launch the strategic plan. I think you can invite the team that you want it.
Honorable Kanaginaga Teny, I'm requesting, because you have been so instrumental, I've seen you making sure children need to go to school. Please come. I'm also requesting the guest of honor to come to be part of this team that is going to launch the Education Trust Fund. Sorry, I'm calling you now, but you will come later. Yeah, Chilren'S UK, Chilren'S board, let's come together. We have a word for the strategic plan and the Chilren'S Education Fund. Now, I will just take a few minutes. We are launching Chilren'S Education Trust Fund because we think that even us here, we can do something other than waiting for the donors outside provide for education. Now, Chilren'S Children Foundation Trust Fund is going to be a fund that is going to be a collective of the local people. Even if you have 2,000, 3,000, put it in a loop. At the end, that money can support one child at a certain time. And that child can be carrier of the next generation, as he has said. So I request to give the mic to the guest of honor to launch the trust fund for Shine's Children's Foundation.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my brother here is a very good regulator. And you know, guidance is always received when it is required. I want to tell you, when he comes to make his remarks here, I will listen to him. His office is always open. We have worked with him. He has supported us grow as education, because 70% of education institutions in this country are private. And they have supported them to grow. So please, that window is open. Let's tap into it. And of course, we shall listen to him as he makes those remarks. But one remark I want to make about the strategic plan is that when you have a plan, you get to know where you are going. When you have a plan, you get to know what is supposed to be done first. Honorable, they have talked about you, and you talked about the 3 priorities, which I have heard from our Member of Parliament. Yes, and you talked about the 3 areas. One of education, the other one is health, and then the other one is agriculture. These are not accidental, they are planned for. That is why this government has a manifesto it is following. It is why education as a ministry, we have a strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan. And whoever develops a development plan, it should align to our 5-year strategic plan. So I want to believe it is aligned to that. And I want to give back to my brother now to do the noble job.
Yes, thank you so much. I have a slot later to give a detailed speech, so I'm not going to say much. This is a very bad time for doing anything, especially when lunch is lined up here. People are looking at the food. It is 2 p.m. So I'm going to just go straight into launching 2 very key things. One is the 5-year strategic plan that has been developed, but also the other one is the trust fund that he has just talked about. So I request everyone that we stand up just for these very 2 key things, so that as you stand up, at least it also exercises you a bit. Just stand up as we launch these 2 documents, because they are very key instruments for this institution. The reason why I'm requesting you stand up is that it is those 2 tools that are going to move this organization to the next level. They need that 5-year strategic plan, and they need that trust fund for their sustainability. We do not have a symbolic thing to either cut or anything, but I'm going to request that all of us count from 5 to 1, and after that we shall have officially launched both the 5-year strategic plan for Shine's Children's Foundation and the trust fund for the 5 years. So join me in counting from 5 to 1, and that will mark the official launch. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. So the strategic plan and the trust fund are officially launched. So thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the work done. Well, atenye kwenda wakutangiri mutere mungu atenye garukiri. I would request RDC will give me just 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. I get a word from the communication from the director, Shine's Children Uganda, UK, Shine's UK directors. Please, we just have 2 minutes. The directors, Shine's UK directors, only 2 minutes. Kiria, kumtuara nkaha, aina speech waira. Sajogu muleke. only 2 minutes. And I love these people. They always keep time. They're always time conscious. DJ Lo.
Good afternoon. Welcome here, honored guests, parents, children, everyone who has been invited. Our friend here discussed the need for planting a seed, that the seed of Shines Uganda that was planted by Dennis Kiria has grown and is now a tree, and it is giving shade, and soon it will give fruit. There was also a seed for Shines UK. In 1995, Mr. Randall came to Masindi with VSO. He worked at Kabalega College, the NTC, for 2 years, and he became a friend of Masindi. And it was when we returned together 6 years ago, that was the time that we decided, we met Dennis and we saw Shines and the work that was going on, and we decided to start Shines UK to support the work of Shines Uganda. But I want to welcome some people very much part of the seed, the story. Here we have some visitors from VSO who have kindly accepted our invitation to come today to reflect that the very smallest seed began with VSO. I also want to thank Sabiti James and Margaret, who are the oldest friends of Mr. Randall here in Masindi. And we are very thankful for the support and friendship you have given him over many years. So that is the seed of Shines UK. We went back to the UK in 2018. We managed to raise some small money and we built this building here. This was the first building of Shines School. And 1 year after that, we built the building behind, the one at the back. And then this year, well, last year, we were very, very fortunate to be given a legacy. A very wealthy British lady, Dr. Janet Wolfe, had passed away, and she left her estate for charity, and one of the charitable purposes that she wanted to support was education in Africa. So when her executors heard of the work of Shines, they gave us a very large sum of money. And with that money, these buildings have been created. And in honor of Dr. Janet Wolfe, the beautiful library will be known as the Dr. Janet Wolfe Library. I know that there is much to do. The next thing we want to raise funds for is to construct boarding houses, boarding accommodations, so that we can have pupils here who are not from immediately in this area. After that, I hope we can raise funds for a health center, and we have some land this side that we can construct the health center, and of course the skilling center. So the things that are in the strategic plan that Mr. Dennis has discussed, we will go back to UK and we will try to raise the funds to make the 5-year strategic plan into a reality. This is our next project back in UK. So thank you for all of your support. Thank you everyone for being here, for accepting our invitations here, for traveling very far for many people to be here today. We are so grateful for your support. We will continue the work. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Muwatere Mungaro. Nuba kushiteka mwesenta abo. God really bless you. JICA representative, please come and have a word or two. And the good thing the RDC allowed him, because the RDC will be down to invite the chief guest. So JICA representative, he's here. Most welcome. Thank you so much for the dance. Otairege dance hali, bulomu yasima.
Thank you very much. Chief guest, the guest of honor, members of parliament present, RDC, Masindi, the Bishop of Masindi, Mayor, LC5 chairperson, LC3, LC1, all invited guests and parents and teachers. Good afternoon all. My name is Yoichi Inoue, and Chief Representative of JICA Uganda office. I'd like to thank the Executive Director for inviting JICA to today's grand opening of Shine Children's Foundation School. I'd like to congratulate the staff, management, and the supporters who have worked so hard to complete this project with all of your dedications. JICA Uganda has a number of projects in the country, including agriculture, health, education, infrastructure, northern Uganda reconstruction, and human resource development. And we are supporting this NGO school with human resource development through the volunteer program. Our volunteer program started in Uganda in 2001. Since then, we have dispatched more than 850 Japanese volunteers in areas such as agriculture, health, primary and secondary education, vocational training, and community development. Now I would like to introduce our volunteer. I'm pleased to introduce all of you, Ms. Rihoko Hiranuma. She already introduced herself to you, and Iji also introduced her to you. He arrived here just 1 month ago, and actually she's the first JICA volunteer assigned to Shine Children Foundation. She will stay here for next 2 years in Masindi as a community development worker, and she will use her skills and knowledge to contribute to the activities of the host organization while integrating herself into the community. I hope she loves and enjoys the life in Masindi, getting to know the people and culture. We thank the director for supporting our volunteer and request you to assign her a lot of duties and tasks because Japanese people are not used to doing nothing. I also thank the development partners of Shine Children's Foundation for funding and supporting this NGO. For decades now, since JICA started to operate in Uganda, we have witnessed that the country has developed very rapidly. Support for education has been a very important part of this development. Not only public schools, but also NGOs, CBOs, and other organizations are also committed into improving the well-being of children. We are convinced that these educated children and students make a huge impact on the development of their local communities, and this extends to the national level as well. We encourage continuous development of Uganda together. I believe that we can attain it with our collaboration and our continuous efforts. Once again, for directors and all the teachers, staff, and supporting members, congratulations on the new beginning of School of Shine Children's Foundation. I can only imagine how much the children and their families in the neighboring communities have been looking forward to this day. They are now full of hope and at the same time ready to embrace the future to come. I truly wish a brilliant future for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Kana tugambira omukazi oyo agenda kwikara mu Masindi kumala myaka 2. Please stand up again. Omukazi oyo exactly agenda kuba for 2 years, for more 2 years. Nani mutungira omusajja kuruga Miria, mumutungira omusajja. And the last one is the US mission representative. Just a minute or two. US mission representative. Then we call the RDC, who will give a speech, and then call the guest, the chief guest. The US mission representative, just 2 minutes. Bantu nyamalirizi program zona nsazire nzikingire zona ngwe N yokusembayo RDC then mkyomugenyi mukuru tutunge kyamusana. Most welcome.
I'm going to use a little bit of my local language, but it's not good, so please bear with me. Niniwe musebre muta ibara liangai niniwe Nyakana in Pakoyange Akiki, in Duga, Washington, D.C., Omo United States of America, Indi Peace Corps Omoyambi, in Somesa Ebian Kura Korana na Ebia Balimi, Hati Nyakana Masindi, by Nakora na Shines Children Foundation, Hati Minyakara Abiri, Nina Sanu Linge Muno Kokora na Shines Hamu na Bantu Bona. Yes, so I'm switching back to English, my native language. My name is Kiana Campbell. I am from Washington, D.C. in the United States of America, and I am a Peace Corps volunteer with the United States government, and I am with Shines Children Foundation, and I have been here in Masindi for almost 2 years, so I am seeing many, many faces that I know, and with Shines and with Peace Corps, we have done a lot of work. We have distributed trees, we have distributed mosquito nets, as well as biofortified seeds. We did a week-long youth camp, and I'm seeing some of my youth here where they learned about business skills and entrepreneurship, and for the past 2 years have been amazing in both Masindi and Shines. And so I thank you all for coming and for partnering with such a wonderful organization. My time is almost up here in Masindi, but I will miss it very dearly. And again, thank you, Dennis, for welcoming me in, and thank you to all of the Shine staff and for everybody who supports. Webele Mune, Webele Kasangwa.
Webale kusangwa, webale kuija iwe. Well, omukazi ogarugire mu America, baitu kala yekana kusana yakana ginagi. Ate nyikala kani yeune yange hanu. I invite the Deputy RDC Masindi, Sanon Dala, our Deputy RDC, who will give us a speech, and then in turn, we'll invite our chief guest. Most welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, MC. I'm going to use 2 minutes, and once you see me continuing, I request that you stop me. Our dear chief guest, my lord, the bishop and your team, the honorable member of parliament in his absentia, the chairperson LC5, his worship the mayor, members of the district executive, the honorable district councillors and municipal councillors present, ladies and gentlemen, mwasibire muta obwomeizi. My name is Sanoni Dara, and I am the deputy RDC who is standing in for my senior RDC, who is unable to be with us because of other official engagements. First of all, I want to begin by thanking the government of the Republic of Uganda that is headed by none other than His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Buhaburwa, who has been the President of Uganda for only 3 years, 4 years. The reason as to why I have thanked him is the reason as to why we are here. As you are aware, is the very person who has been spearheading the good working relationship between Uganda and Japan, the good working relationship between Uganda and UK, the good working relationship between Uganda and USA. I am very sure that had it not been him having that good working relationship, we wouldn't be having these beloved donors and everyone here. So I want to take this opportunity to thank him for that. And on that very note, I want to brag to our dear donors coming from those countries that I've mentioned, that as government, we are very committed on making sure that we maintain that good working relationship between Uganda and those foreign countries. I want to take this opportunity to thank our beloved donors, stock implementing partners. I must say, that it is not true that whatever you're doing in Uganda, whatever you've done in Uganda, as a state, we cannot do it. That is not true. The reason as to why you're here is to make sure that you add on our efforts. We would feel that every sub-county should be having a health center 3 as per the health policy. But being that as the health sector is demanding from the other angle, the education sector is also demanding from the other angle. The education the security sector is also demanding from the other angle. The defense and other sectors. So when you come in and add on our efforts, we cannot just take you for granted. Therefore, I want to thank you and appreciate all your efforts you're putting in Uganda. And I want to assure you that as government, we shall always make sure that we put an enabling environment for you people to operate without any interference. I loved the representative of USA, and I was the way she presented, and I was almost asking whether she's single or married. But if she's not married, I pray that the stakeholders in the district, please make sure that you don't just leave her. You get her a moving dictionary, because she's so much interested in our local language. So I pray that you get her a moving dictionary. Lastly, I want to appreciate my brother, the executive director. Through experience, Moyo is, Masindi is my third station of deployment. But I started in Moyo. Moyo is one of the districts with the largest number of NGOs. But we used to find a challenge the other side. These people, the directors or the management and the leadership of certain NGOs, once they are generating proposals, they make sure that they write convincing proposals to the donors, and they are given money. But when it comes to the real implementation, you cannot find anything. Most of the NGOs are briefcase NGOs. That's what we realized the other side. But I want to thank you for being transparent, for being a person of action, is not mere words. So I want to thank you and pray that you continue with that spirit. The office of the RDC and the government of Uganda shall always make sure that we give all the necessary support you need, so long as you do not divert from the initial goals and objectives of the organization. Thank you so much. Bannaffe abatuze mwebala okujja, nja kubeebaza era mbasabe nti musigalenga musupportinga baganda baffe bano. Essomero lino muliwo abaana babanga beetaaga ettaka, boogedde ku projects nnyingi ze bagala okutuleetera wano, amalwaliro n'ebirala. So mubeerenga mwembulesinga development eno erenga muba supportinga. Thank you so much. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale muno.
Thank you so much, the Deputy RDC. I thought you would invite the chief guest, please.
Thank you for that reminder. Allow me to take this rare opportunity to thank our dear chief guest, to welcome him and have something to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the Deputy RDC, and also the MC, the moderator, my Lord, the Bishop in absentia, and the clergy, the Honorable Member of Parliament, the LC5, the Mayor, all the district officials, the development partners present, the board and the management of Chilren'S Foundation, the parents and the children present, the community present, all protocol observed. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start by saying that on the 20th of May this year, just as I was leaving my office to run somewhere for a meeting, I met the executive director of Chilren'S Children's Foundation just entering our office. And I remember I was just about to enter a lift and he stopped me to greet me. And he told me that he wanted to invite me for this event to come and be the guest of honor. I don't know, or the chief guest. And I remember that time, one was that I was humbled that he had traveled all the way from Masindi in person, not even sending an office messenger or even giving a friend, but the fact that he had traveled all the way from Masindi to go up to there to invite me for an event that was going to be 6 weeks away from the date that was submitting. I found it that amidst the busy schedule, I had no option but to ensure that I circle off that day and ensure I'm here. So I want to thank God that today I'm here to honor his invitation, because I can tell you that there are people can invite you today for a meeting tomorrow. Regardless of whether you have other engagements or not, they'll request you to be there. But when someone gives you 6 weeks to take a decision whether you can attend or not, you totally have no reason for missing that event. So in a special way, I want to start by thanking a number of people. One, I want of course to thank the ED, who it's clear that we are lucky that he was the vision bearer of all this for all this time and has done everything to ensure that this organization reaches the level it has reached. But also I want to thank the board of Chilren'S Foundation, Children's Foundation, for governing this organization and showing it the direction and everything that's supposed to do. I want to also thank the development partners present. I want to thank the Chilren'S UK, Randall and Carol. Thank you so much for the support that you have given towards this. That's why earlier they said that you could have taken those resources anywhere else to benefit any other community, but thank you so much in a special way. And also from the regulator, we want to thank you for giving that. And also having the giving heart. Today the bishop was preaching that so many people right now are so good at taking and are so greedy and want more and more. But when you have people who are so good at giving, we really want to thank you, and we greatly appreciate that. But also I want to thank the other development partners, the Japanese embassy, the US embassy, all for the support that you are giving. Thank you so much. I want to also thank the district officials, because it is through the different roles and responsibilities that you are playing that has enabled and guided this organization to reach where it is, and also the cooperation and collaboration that you have had between you and them. So I want to thank all of you for that. And I want to thank my colleague from the Ministry of Education, Haji Abe. Also, thank you so much for really sparing time to also be here, but also for the guidance that you have given this organization. So I want to thank you so much. Just to give everyone here information about the NGO Bureau. The NGO Bureau is the regulator of all the NGOs in this country, and that's what the Deputy RDC was saying. We oversee the operations of all NGOs in this country. We register them, we monitor them, we inspect them to ensure that they're doing the right thing. The ED Shines had said that we are trying to tighten the nuts. But what I want to clarify is that our work is not to tighten the nuts. Our work is to ensure that we are protecting all the stakeholders. Because the moment we protect the stakeholders, it means that these stakeholders start to gain trust in these organizations and can even support them in so many ways. Right now, Randall and Caro, if the regulator is not protecting and doing its job and inspecting and ensuring that organizations are transparent and accountable in what they're doing, you know that the situation would have been much different. We see it all the time because just as the Deputy RD said, there are two kinds of organizations in this country. There are the genuine ones, and also there are the other ones that are not genuine. Now, the work of the regulator is that when we are registering NGOs, there is none that will come to you and tell you that I am in the category of the ones that are not genuine. It means that the regulator has got a role to weed out the ones that are not genuine. And that's why our responsibility is to ensure that transparency and accountability is our #1 target. The moment we ensure that the NGOs are transparent, then you can trust every organization that you're giving the funds. So the NGO Bureau, our work is to ensure that all these legal obligations are being followed and all the NGOs in this country are compliant with those obligations. The legal obligations are not to kill the NGOs. The legal obligations, one, is to ensure we're having genuine NGOs, but also they are doing the right thing. There are things they tell us at the point of registration that they're going to do. Our work is to ensure that they are doing those things, they are not deviating from it, they are not defrauding people, whether it is the beneficiaries or the development partners, and that is our work. So we greatly appreciate what NGOs do in this country, but we have that responsibility to ensure that they are doing the right thing. The other bit I wanted to touch on is that for all the years I've served at the NGO Bureau, I want to indicate that in 2019, we verified and validated the operations of all NGOs in this country. By the time we started that exercise, there were 14,207 NGOs, and that was around September 2019. The first step we did with that exercise was we conducted an internal exercise where we tried to find out that out of the 14,207 NGOs, how many of them had valid permits and were doing the right thing out there. We found out that only 3,118 NGOs had valid permits. And I can tell you that after that exercise, we went on to the next level to conduct a national census, whereby we created an app and told every NGO that is out there and is operating to come out and declare that they're out there and we can get to know. I will tell you that only 2,113 were able to come out and declare that they were out there. And what that told us was that there's a very big difference between what at times you have at the national level and what is going on at the grassroots. Currently, as we talk, we have got around 6,000 NGOs operating. Between 2019 and today, the number of NGOs has increased up to 6,000. And Chilren'S Foundation is one of the NGOs that's operating in this country. And I can tell you that when you see us physically coming here, one thing is that it's an opportunity for us to also come and physically confirm and validate what you're telling us on the files that we have in our offices. So I want to say that having come here today, seen all these investments at Chilren'S, for me, it is a very big commitment that I can make to this organization, that at least it will make me now confidently defend you, because I will tell you it's hard to defend an organization that you have not gone on the ground to confirm what they're actually doing. So I want to commit that I'm going to be a very strong defender of this organization. I can now confidently speak for them, but also I can become an ambassador for them, because I can now be sure that I have been on the ground and I can protect them. But also that validation exercise showed us that there are two key factors that are affecting NGOs in this country, that are affecting their sustainability, that are affecting their stay as they carry out the operation. Because when a number drops from 14,207 and you have only 2,113 that can end up coming out to say, here we are operating this country, it means that there's a big problem. And one of the problems we found are capacity challenges. And my humble request to all the district authorities here, the LC5, the mayor, and every official who is here, is that NGOs are having a very big capacity challenge. Capacity means that the moment these NGOs form, who are the kind of people that they put there to help them run and move to the next level? In most cases, because NGOs are voluntarily formed, once someone starts an NGO, all they do is that the vision bearer remains the main actor. They do not put the systems, the structures in place so that the organization can run and grow. So many NGOs have suffered from founder-member syndrome, whereby one person remains doing everything. And I will tell you that that has affected a number of organizations. I will tell you that a number of organizations that are mainly membership organizations, the moment you register with the NGO Bureau, you are supposed to open a register for your members, attract members who share your vision, use those members to call an AGM, let the AGM put a proper board in place, then the organization can move from there. But I will tell you that so many organizations have a challenge whereby those systems and structures are not even put there. Even the caliber of the people that are put on the boards and to be in the membership or even to be in the management, the staff, are people who have not helped these organizations grow. But I can tell you that today when I start listening to the chairperson of Chilren'S and also listen to the executive director, what has really made them reach the level they have reached is that they addressed their capacity challenge. And my humble request to all the district authorities that please, you need to pay attention to that. NGOs telling you here we are operating in Masindi is not enough. You need to pick interest in knowing who is on their board and who is in their management. What kind of staff have they recruited? Is it a one-man show? Is there founder-member syndrome affect these organizations? Because these organizations give a lot of hope. Like now, if tomorrow, let me say, something happened to Chilren'S, and then after a year or two, there are no more, I can tell you that they're going to break the hearts of so many beneficiaries. They're going to break the hearts of the community. They've given a lot of hope around here. And that means that they need to have the right structures, the right people, so that their capacity is the right one. But the second issue that has affected so many organizations, which I had my colleague Bosa also touch on, Haji Bosa touch on, is the issue of sustainability. So many organizations start so well, they have a clear vision, but they lack the sustainability to move them to the next level. The fact that their sustainability is weak, it affects them in so many ways. Today I've seen Chilren'S launching a trust fund, and I think that's the way to go. That any organization that 100% depends on foreign funding cannot last for long. Because I will tell you that there are so many global factors that you wake up tomorrow and so many circumstances are dictating where the money goes. All of you saw there was a time COVID was there. What happened? So many NGOs had to close. So many of your relatives and friends lost jobs because they could no longer get funding. All of you saw the war in Russia, Ukraine, Israel, all those happening has a bearing. There was a time there was this whole global thing of migration. Priorities of donors changed. And that means that much as you depend on funding from the foreign source, ensure that you're investing in the local source. Pay attention to your internal income generating sources. Pay attention to all the initiative you can actually introduce. Now that a trust fund has been put in place, let that be a basket that you try to move to everyone around. That much as the UK, the Chilren'S UK is supporting, let the community, the district, and everyone around also try and put something in that basket. So I think The district authorities, please encourage every NGO here. Don't 100% depend on foreign donations. But of course, there are also risks involved. The RDC will tell you that if you are 100% depend on foreign donations, then you are going to run into a lot of issues. We expect you to be demand-driven. Demand-driven means that you look at the needs of your community and go out to address, just like our colleague, Kyria Dennis has done, that you can easily sway away from being demand-driven to supply-driven. Supply-driven means you end up serving the interests of the person giving you the money other than the interests of the community. And so that's the responsibility of the district, but also every stakeholder here, that you ensure that the sustainability of these NGOs are addressed at any one point, and the organizations that give you hope today are there 2, 3, or 5 years from now. In a special way, I want to thank Shines for today launching a strategic plan. I never inquired whether that is your first strategic plan. Is that the first one? This is the second or third one? Yes, I want to thank them, because the moment you come across any NGO and you see that they have a strategic plan, that shows you clearly that they have a very clear strategic direction that they're following. And for me, I greatly appreciate you for that. It means that you have a clear vision, you have a clear strategic theme, and you know where exactly you want to head. Meaning that you're even ready to manage the risks involved. But also on top of that, you are ensuring that people out there can trust you. The moment you, just like Carol and Randall have said, going back to the UK, their next target is how to raise funds for that. Meaning that you have demonstrated through an instrument and a tool that you know where you want to go. Someone who does not have a strategic plan is almost like a headless chicken, meaning that anything that comes up, they're ready to follow. But someone who clearly tells you, I want to put a skilling center here, I want to put a boarding school, I want to put a health center, I want to develop the infrastructure, I want to do this, it means they know what they want to do. But of course, my colleague Bossa has given you guidance that you need to prioritize. Meaning that of all those clear objectives, it's not that within the 5 years you should do everything. Have them there, that is your master plan, but have your clear targets that you want to achieve. The one that you cannot achieve within the 5 years, roll them over. But do not strain yourself and fail to do so many things because you want to finish. So I want to thank you for that. The reason why we are here today is mainly to focus about the education. I want to once again thank Shines, the management and the board, for being very, very clear leaders in spearheading this. The fact that they have been able to put a center like this shows that they are committed to promoting education in Masindi. And I know so many other stakeholders are also going to benefit in the Bunyoro sub-region from this institution. But something I want to touch when it comes to education, that also I think other speakers have touched on, is the quality of the education. We have seen a big challenge where the quality of the education in the urban areas compared to the rural areas, there's a very big disparity. And I think when you look at an institution like this with all this structure, it gives us a lot of hope that they're going to invest a lot in the quality of the education here. And I think a lot of advice has already been given by Haji, that you need to partner with other stakeholders like Red Earth, who are already in the arena and are doing a lot of work. But also the other key people can help you grow. At the district, you have the district health, the district education officer, and all those people who can support you. That you need to improve the quality of education. We should not see that a structure like this has very serious challenges with the quality of the education that is coming out of it. So for me, that's a very big message I want to give to you as an organization. But also to the district authorities and the community. My special cry to you is one, that for the education to really improve, they may do their part, but the environment combined with the mindset of where these kids are coming from also matter a lot. The ED of Shine said something about he sees children coming from their home, and just their appearance, you wonder whether they're coming from a home. He's giving you a very big message. He's telling you that the level of involvement of the parents, the degree of their focus, of the interest in the education of their kids, coupled with the environment the kids are coming from, matter. I will tell you that if a kid is coming from a village where the person who can inspire them is either someone who has never attained any high level of education, that becomes their role model. So it means that parents, you have a very huge responsibility to support an organization like this. One, to keep these kids in school, but also to give them the right environment by ensuring that you give them the right mindset. Because at this age, I will tell you that these kids can swim in any direction. If you allow the communities where these kids are coming from to spoil them or distract them, to make them lose focus, it means that Shines cannot do much. Shines only receives them here, but if the people they live with in the homes and the communities they come from are putting wrong things in their mind, and you are not ready to shift that mindset to the proper one that makes them become a better leader for this country, then we are not doing much. So that's my special message to both the district, that please the parents and everyone ensure that these kids have the right environment, but also to the organization that please, you have a huge responsibility. You have given everyone here hope, and it's very important to do that. So in conclusion, in everything I want to say today, or I've said, is that whatever Shine's